Hello, my dear friends. Once again, welcome back to my channel, Lyceum of Politics. Friends, today let's discuss about the political ideas of the famous Roman writer and orator Cicero. So, let's start. So, friends, as I have told you just now, that Cicero was one of the most eminent Roman political thinker and orator and writer. Okay, Cicero lived at a time when Rome was passing through a stage of turmoil. The vices of, the ongoing civil war fought between the wealthy nobles on one hand and the poor proletariat of Rome on the other hand led to a chaotic situation there. So the main agenda of Cicero was to protect the Roman Republic from getting further disintegrated. So being inspired by Plato and also by the Stoic philosophy, Cicero dealt and wrote a lot on the issues related to the political conditions of Roman Republic. Okay. So my friends, now let us have a look at Cicero's take on justice. Now, out of many outstanding works done by Cicero, the most notable work of Cicero is the Republic and the Laws. Now, these terms, the Republic and the Laws, may appear a bit familiar to you by now because if you remember when we discussed Plato's theory of justice in another video in this channel, I told you that the Republic and the Laws are the most notable works by Plato. So, we can say like this that Cicero borrowed these titles from the great Greek philosopher Plato, being inspired by the Platonic ideas, Platonic philosophies, and especially his concept of justice. And if you want to know more about Plato's justice, kindly visit the video on it made by me earlier in this channel. So, now come back to Cicero. Thus, I said right now that he was inspired by Plato, but as soon as he started an inquiry about the nature of justice, my friends, he started to deviate from Plato. Though, just like Plato, Cicero was also searching for a universal principle of justice. But unlike Plato, he viewed justice as the natural equality of the society. And how this natural equality could be achieved or realized? According to Cicero, that natural justice or equality could be realized by nothing other than by law. So, he was a great believer of the idea that justice could be ensured only by law in the society. For according to him, law represents the reason which is universal, which is everlasting. This law based on universal reason is always in agreement with nature that commands things to be done and forbids things that should not be done. So, Cicero further believes that this kind of natural justice would lead to natural equality within the society. So friends, after having an idea about Cicero on justice, now let us have a look at Cicero's take on state. Now, according to Cicero, the state was a fundamental social organization of man. As men are basically social by nature, so the state came into existence as a very natural process. It is not an artificial organization. So to Cicero, the state was a group of men who got united by common law for a common well-being. So he viewed the state as a legal institution and emphasized on the legalistic character of state. This was another area, my friends, where he deviated from philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, to whom state was more of a moral institution. Okay? So now let us have a look at Cicero's take on the government. Now, before I say this, you must know that Cicero made a distinction between the state and the government very clearly. To him, the state, as you know by now, is formed by people's consent, and these people are bound to each other by the ties of law. And as the state rests on the consent of the people, so therefore the ultimate sovereignty of it lies naturally with the people. But in case of the government, it is not like that. The supreme authority of the state lies in the hands of either a single ruler or a chosen few or the entire population accordingly. There are, according to Cicero, three possible forms of government who can rule the state. They are monarchy, aristocracy and democracy respectively. Though he conceived that each of these forms had the tendency of getting corrupted and disintegrated into three different forms. So, my friends, according to Cicero, the ideal form of government is a mixed government. That is a form of government which is a combination of monarchical, aristocratic, and the democratic elements, and the entire power will not be monopolized then. Okay, this will help to bring stability and balance in the entire society. So, friends, these were the ideas of Roman writer Cicero in a very simple and short way. If you like my video, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. I will come back to you very soon with a new video. Till then, never stop learning and keep on exploring. Bye bye and take care of yourself.